Right, who's this from? This is from Muttley. Do something! To Paul and family and Lord Doyle. Wishing you a happy Christmas and a wonderful time this Christmas. By the way, a Hoover for Mrs. Squirrel. Buy a Hoover for Mrs. Squirrel. She doesn't need one. We fixed it. She likes Henry now. Hope you get all the time to rest. Thank you for another great year of content and for allowing to be part of the team from Muttley. Do something. I don't think Muttley's here, but thank you, Muttley, for the card. I'm not sure he's here. So this is pretty frustrating because I still have not delivered a single load of clothing to New York. Not one. I've got a dedicated train that's going to New York taking clothing. So I'm not sure which one it is. That one. But it has no clothing to pick up. So it's taking nothing at all. We're bringing cloth into here. We're producing clothing at a very slow rate. Double the cloth delivery to Baltimore. Let's have a look at the demand. So the demand for, let's see. Weekly demand is down at 2.5 and there are 9 units in stock. So I don't think it's going to do anything. I just don't think the tailor's doing its job. This tailor here. 4.8 million! I swear it looks at how much money I have and then just adds money on top. I don't know how to finish this scenario. Is there anywhere else I can get? Wait a second, let's see what we've got here.
Baltimore is growing and thriving. That is mainly thanks to the railroad that you built. Well done.
Yes, but it's not, is it? Because in 5 months' time, this scenario is going to end. There's cotton down there. We've got cotton down here.
My spy brought me a real treat from your research department.
Do you know what? She's actually more annoying than Lydia, and that's saying something. Molly's watching. Isn't the route too long? No. No, the route length only matters when it considers whether to deliver goods via the traditional horse and cart or whether to use your train route. So if your train is at least twice as long as the horse and cart route, then it won't use it. But fact is, that goes there in a pretty straight line. So I don't know how we can fix that. Can you not build another tailors? It's the warning that you couldn't. No, you can't. If there's already got a tailor, you can't build another one. So if you click on this, well, you can't build it anywhere now. But if it's already got one, it won't let you build another one. WTF 500 bits. Wishing you and your family a happy holiday. All the best for 2018. And you. Thank you very much, WTF. Bravo, Alpha, Echo. Thank you for 3 years. Baltimore is using all the clothing that's being produced. There's nothing else to ship out.
For my friends on the East Coast, the Great Lakes are a long way away. And many of them never want to go there. This is because they have only just arrived in the new world.
Can we turn him off? He's just irritating.
But think about their children. They won't want to spend their entire lives on the East Coast when a vast land of unimaginable possibilities lies before them.
If we buy the tailor, what do you think it's going to achieve, though? I need 4.3 million. I have 3.8. We know about the tailor, or trying to buy the tailor. But now we're going to get outbidded. Yep, Beatrix is in there, and now I can't bid. Because I don't have 5.1 million. So by doing that, she now owns the tailor.
Don't be sad. You can't win everything.
Cool. Well, that worked out well. So the tailor is working at 100% capacity, which means all the clothing is going somewhere else. Does Washington have a demand for clothing? It does a little bit. Don't be sad. You can't win everything. Especially when I cheat and I have millions in the bank. It's not looking good, guys. Not looking good. See, look at this. Weekly demand all cities 7.8, and yet the maximum capacity she's making is 1.6. Why? Why can it only make 1.6? It seems to me that Baltimore is making all the clothing it can, but it's just shipping it locally to places like Washington. And it just doesn't get to New York. At all. Like the nearest cities here are New York, Washington, and that's it. Well, consider this, Somi. If it's too far, how am I supposed to do this? And how did I get 3 units there in the first place? I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. It's producing, it's not dead anymore, clothing is made. It was always producing though.
Oh dear, there seems to be a little problem with one of your locomotives.
Wow, she's sabotaging again. What's going on here then? Waiting for track clearance. Wait, what? Did I not? What the heck? I swore I put these down. That's impressive. Got to get more farms and stuff connected to this to make money. You see, I would do, but not. But right now, all bets are off because I cannot complete the scenario. At the end of 1834, which is about to happen, I haven't moved 20 units of clothing to New York. Therefore, I will fail the scenario. And I've tried everything I can to ship clothing out of this city, but it just won't do it. Yeah, but Floaty, I can't... This is it. I can't find another tailor. What's this? Wilmington. What's that got in it? That's got a tailor. Look how far away it is. Getting track to here is going to cost millions. Pittsburgh produces the clothing. Toledo doesn't have one. Build a station closer to tailors, connect to existing lines. What, you thinking it's a proximity thing? You thinking if I if I build a platform here, it would mysteriously start moving it. That's a large station over there, isn't it? Hang on. A large station. If I drop that in now, you can see that within the white circle sits that industry, which means it is being captured by it. So I think that that is captured by that.
There will soon be a dense rail network on the East Coast.
There you go.
But not yours. I am disappointed. Other companies hold an unassailable lead. I shouldn't have put so much trust in your abilities.
No, you shouldn't.
Good looks alone aren't enough to become successful. Unless you're as extremely good-looking as I am.
Blah, blah, blah. Extremely good looking as she is. I have a small Amazon Prime box here. I'm going to have a quick look at what it is. Let's open this small Prime box. Why don't you try another scenario? Because you can't. They're in order. Hellraiser, I found one of your boxes. I found one of your boxes, Hellraiser. And inside... I presume this is for Doyle, and not for me. Presume that's for Doyle. Let's see if I can get Mrs. Squirrel to come in. Right, I've texted her. It's a new sub-monkey. Lol. Yeah, you see, with the campaign, you have to do them in order. So we've done one, that was 2. So, I don't know. I'm thinking just start it again. You've either got that or you've got scenarios. I don't know what scenarios are, actually. And then you've got sandbox mode. It's defo for me. Lol. It's definitely for me. Scenarios, southeast. Hang on, what's in sandbox mode? Why have they all got 5 stars? Area uncompleted. Freaking your dogs out with this toy. I bet your dog's like that. Could be attempt to send far with the far more clothing than it needs, like 6 trains.
Sometimes I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry. How about you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, absolutely. Either that or becoming a shepherd.
In 1830...
Blah, blah, blah.
I've been waiting for you. I'm Philip Evan Thomas. It's always been my dream to build a railroad to the Ohio River and beyond.
Right, we know what to
That
expect.
would help everyone.
We're going to have to deal with Captain Scumbag again.
And I need your help with that.
Look at that. They already start with a connected city.
First of all, I have 2 tasks for you in order to build a base from where we can monitor further activities. But as I learned back when I was a bank clerk, the books must always balance. So take care to make a profit, even with these preliminary assignments.
Thank you for 39 months, G. Saunders. Connect Baltimore and Washington. Connect 3 rural businesses to your network. Right, Baltimore and Washington. Let's do this. Indoors here. There's Baltimore and Washington. So we know we're going to have to build through. Here's Lord Doyle of the Shire. Right, Doyle, we've got something for you, pal.
Oh, you little monkey.
if you can. Huh? It's just coming.
Aww.
Have you got any more small prime? Oh, there's a small prime box. That might be a Hellraiser box.
This one.
Okay. Yeah, that could be a Hellraiser one. You know, Hellraiser and Kelly, the ones who sent the kitchen kettle thingy.
Yeah.
The kettle boiler.
What's that?
Look at the face on him. Look at his face. That's got his attention.
His little eyebrows, look at him.
Do you wish everyone a Merry Christmas? Look at his face. The ears are up. He's like... Oh, what was that? What we do? Can you open that one? Let's see if that one's from... Most intense dog face ever. You see, he's not just a soft, cute Westie.
Welcome back.
If you put like a fluffy squirrel in front of him, he turns into Killer Doyle, don't you?
Oh.
Don't you?
Can I open it up?
Yeah, see what if there's a little like gift thing, see if it's from Hellraiser. He said there was a couple. No, the other one.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Oh boy. Just check if there's another piece of paper. There should be.
There isn't another piece of paper.
There isn't?
No.
Okay, well...
What does it say on that?
It just says what it is. Doesn't say it's from. See, normally you get two. You get one like that, and you get one that says who it's from. WVU, 15 months, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and the family. Thank you very much, Mountain Man, and to you. Speedy Driver, hello Mrs. Squirrel and Doyle, I hope you have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. Do you want to open that? Thank you, Speedy.
Off the...
Yeah, you want to take it off the cardboard thing? It's a Doyle. I'm not sure what you mean, Hellraiser. Is it one of these, Hellraiser? Is that it, Hellraiser? Do you see how much he likes squirrels? Like, he goes completely nuts. He goes completely nuts for squirrels. The concentration is real. That's not from you, Hellraiser. We don't know who this is from. No, Whiteland, they're not. I've been out all day, mate. So we don't know who that's from.
Put that back.
Yeah. Until we find out who it's from. No, you see, he's not. He don't want this now. He he wants a squirrel. Do it at night, right, Wyland, right? Because it's really important, yeah. You cut this. Katie Cricket fan, that might be mine. They didn't give me an option to put anything on a card. Ah.
We can have the squirrel.
Well, first of all, you can have... Do you want to go down by any chance? What's with that one? Well, that was clever. Doll's just knocking the lights everywhere now. Is that yours then, Katie? Is it true that you need a license to use a chainsaw in the UK? No, I've got one. I've got one.
You might have to for the big size.
You've got 2 now, Doyle. Take your pick. You've got a monkey and a squirrel.
There's little packets that have got Amazon on them.
He's having great fun. That's one of them, Katie. Katie Hellraiser, thank you for the squeaky toys. Doyle is very happy. He doesn't know which one to play with. Hey?
Amazon.
Did anybody send an Amazon bag? Hey?
You open this bag?
No.
Somebody's been having a look. Or
They have been having a look, haven't they? Who's this one from? Oh, this is from Hellraiser and Kelly Hitch. I found one from Hellraiser. Yeah, I found it. I found it, Hellraiser. I presume... Yeah, this is to Mrs. Squirrel, this one. This is from Hellraiser and Kelly. This isn't for you, pal. You've got something. This isn't for you. Look at that. It's a rescue. It's a rescue. Johnny can help me.
Oh, thank you! No, Daddy's mine.
No, Doyle. Shh. Headphone users.
He's got a little jacket like you, Doyle.
Headphone users, Doyle. You've got your squeaky things here, look. You can't have everything. Not everything that comes to the door is yours, you know. There you go. You play with them.
Gonna have a look at the damage board.
Hey?
Somebody's...
No, we'll leave. That's kept him happy enough.
Tiny something's back there.
What?
Tiny something.
Well, yeah, but we've just opened a bunch of soft things, haven't we? I think Doll's got enough to play with tonight. Thank you very much. Dolls are very happy and Mrs. Squirrel is ecstatic. Another Westie! Yay! So somebody, I think you were saying, can you reposition the station? You get given this one, so you can't do much with it. Which is really annoying. But what I could do is, instead of building straight over there this time, I could perhaps, like, maybe bend that way and then go across to get a loop here. A little bit further, though. Well, he's gone playing. He's very happy. Mr. Squirrel's very happy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So Washington, like, we know we need to connect Pittsburgh later. We don't necessarily need to go down to Norfolk, although we know she will. I don't know where there she is. She managed to spread all the way to Norfolk. Which is really annoying of her. Okay, let's drop in a station. How much have we got? We've got 2 million.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Let's go with a twin track for now. There's no industries to capture, is there? So we'll just go for a small one. Whilst through the post bag, what? Buy out as quickly as you can, the shares are cheaper. Yes, and I have a lot less money. So if you look at the company, how much is he worth? Like, how much is Scumbag worth? We can buy him out for 1.2 million from the word go, just like boom. Just wipe wipe the floor straight away. Just get a massive loan and wipe the floor with them both. 336 grand. Oh. I might buy half of her shares now.
If you own enough shares in your competitor, you can merge with them and incorporate their routes and buildings with yours. Your competitor will then be out of business for good.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, who's this new fish swimming in our pond? Greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte. What was your name again? Beautiful stranger, wasn't it? Well, that's what you look like. Just let me know if you need help push-starting your trains.
Well, you know, we own half your company, so watch what you say, girl. Right, let's grab this. Construct a maintenance shed for 80 grand.
Look, to be clear, I have nothing against strangers. Some of my best friends are strangers. But you're not from here, and New York is my city. That's where I do business. I say when the trains roll, where they're going, and why. As long as you don't get in my way, everything will be A-OK between us.
Everything will be A-OK between us. He's only slightly annoying accent.
I see our two competitors have introduced themselves to you. They have different approaches, and so will behave differently. Basically, however, they want to expand their rail networks and make a profit just like you do. So stay on guard and don't let them take advantage of you.
We need to get milk into Washington. That would produce dairy products. So we could bring milk through there, possibly. What if we use that platform? Heck? Yeah. What if you use this platform to bring in the milk and then take out cheese or something like that? Platform number 2. New York's on the way. Let's capture both. It's probably better to capture both now, isn't it? Oh, this stupid thing. It's so weird. Let's keep one eye on the money. Just create a little passing loop for now. What's that, Mrs. Foster? You've got a, you bought the hunter or something. It's crashing. It's crashing when you shoot something. That sounds a bit weird. Set up a rail line. Right, so we're going to bring in from here. We're going to go from there to there. We'll have a dedicated run on that one. And then we'll have a dedicated run from here to here, which then goes back to here. I'll have two of them because it's quite a long way. Impressions? Oh, there, just like that. Who's there? Right, cattle. I think they want cattle in here. Yep, so we need to get the cattle connected in. We've got those two, which should be brought into here. Now, which lines of cattle are going to come into? That's the question. This is a freight track. You have to share it with that one, though. You shot an animal, that's when it all crashed. I'm verifying the game cache now, see if that had anything to do with it. Yeah, I don't know what that could be, Mrs. Frosty. I mean, you could try updating your NVIDIA driver. But to crash when you shoot something is a bit odd. You're going to have a lot of alterations to make if you get longer trains. Not really, because these are very small passing loops that I will just extend to double track as soon as I can. What I might do is I might build a small train station in here. Because there's nothing to stop us building another one. And then grab these two over here. Wait a cotton picking minute. What's this? What do you think? What do you think you're doing, pal? What do you think you're doing? Just putting your building right inside of mine? How does that work? If that's not cheating, I don't know what is. I mean, that's just outrageous, right? Yes, we need a supply tower. Good call. We need a supply tower. We'll need one here. And we'll have another one here. Unbelievable cheating. Let's build out this way. %.
Happy anniversary.
2% incline. Yeah, full hacks. McGulloch, thank you for a year. Gold Cap Hype, thank you for 12 months, McGulloch. And M-Rise, thank you for 2 months.
The bigger a city gets, the greater its demands get too. At some point, the goods from the immediate area will no longer be enough. That's where the railroad comes in handy. Now select Baltimore to take a closer look at the city.
No, because I've already done so. Again. We've got 200 grand left. Need to stop building and start waiting for profit now. Okay. New line. Okay, that should bring in at least... Yeah, I thought so. 3 real business. That's bringing in 4. We've connected these two. We've connected these two. It wants us to look at Baltimore.
Where the headquarters of our firm is located, has a large clothing industry. The city therefore needs a constant supply of fabrics. In New York, on the other hand, the fashion-conscious customers are waiting for deliveries in ready-tailored goods. Lay a rail line between Baltimore and New York so that the clothing produced in Baltimore can be delivered to New York.
Sounds feasible. Except scumbaggery. I need to let the profit come in a little bit. We've spent a lot of money here. I see, I should have connected this to this. I have to rework that. Because I'm going to save Baltimore. I'm going to save the tracks because we know we need to go to Pittsburgh later. So I'm going to use Baltimore's track. Second train station here. I'm going to use that to connect to New York. Or we could just carry on through here and double track the whole lot. And then down here, if we split it into a couple of tracks, they've got choices as to which one they come into. That might work, actually. Buy him out, delete your station to connect his line. Well, I've spent half my money on... Beatrix now. That's where half the money's gone. I mean, we could sell her shares and buy Don Lorenzo. Because, like, half of his shares are now 100 grand. Sorry, $1 million to buy him out, more or less. If I sell those, I'd make 353 back, which still isn't enough to buy Don out. So what do we do here? Last time she did so much better than he did. You did maintenance on the second line. True. Oh, the fun never ends. Take a loan to buy him out. The trouble is the loan that you can get is only based on your value, you see, so we can only get 300,000 out of it. So add that to the 300,000 I can get back by selling shares in her, and we just about scrape enough to buy him. Just. And what do we get for that? For $1 million? We will get that station, and that station. We'll get 3 stations and no hassle. That's all we're going to get, though. But right now, where he's built is pure scumbaggery. Because he's basically cut on the inside of me, so I can no longer build that way. But what we might be better doing is just extending Thomas Breeding. Go round that way into New York. And then just use double track this line. And expand this station. Leaf spring suspension. Nah. You were told to watch the runner first, yeah. Buy them both, step by step. You guys are scumbags. See, now there's an industry here, which I think we can capture if we drop a nice station in. There's 2 industries. that we can get closer to.
What are you doing with this station here?
What are you
I'm
doing?
already here.
Mamma mia. Bada bing, bada boom. That's 100 grand just to get there. Oh my god. Wait, it's only 80, 75 if we go here. 2% incline. Where's a sweet spot? 1% here. For 100 grand. %2 incline. Sork, no problem, dude. No problem. 117 to connect that in. At least I made that 0. Wait, what's going on here? Why is he sat on a single piece of track? What the heck? Is he broken down? Has it created the task already? It's talking about selling... Was it selling clothing or... It was clothing, wasn't it? We'll make that slightly bigger now. And we can get a train to come through here. Clothing, it was clothing. Okay, so... What's the best way of doing this? Can have a separate line come around here. Can even make it come to this track. Could connect that to this track instead. That might be better actually. Establish a rail line between Baltimore and New York so the clothing produced in Baltimore can be delivered to New York. Thing is, we just did, so I don't quite understand why it thinks we haven't. Oh, it might be the connections that's doing it. That's weird. It won't build next to that. Express clothing to New York, only clothing. I'm trying to work out whether to build a dedicated line now or just do a cheap solution for now. That's what I'm trying to work out. So if we connect it into this section, you'll see, look, it won't let me build next to that track at all. It's like that bridge is just unbuildable. It's so weird. It's 130 grand. I don't have that kind of money. I think we might have to go for the cheap solution, guys. Alright, cheap solution it is. So we're going to ditch that section of track. We're going to connect. Okay. So that's going to come into platform 2 there. And then it's going to basically reuse that track. You spent 3 hours on trains yesterday, now you're watching trains. Right. So all we need to get us going now is a bit of a passing loop. It's a bit short. Just about on the limit. $16,000 left. Meh. Those bridge sections really mess things up. No. How are you finding the camera controls? So WASD does that. You can then either press Q and E to move the camera like that, or zoom mouse wheel, or you can hold down the mouse and do this. What I do find slightly different to, say, Skylines and other games is when you move around, it kind of spins you around a center point on the map. Whereas this turns your head, as it were. That's a little bit weird. But it's nothing... It's nothing terrible. Just different. Okay. So, we've got a connection between New York and Baltimore. So what we'll do now is we'll create a line between Baltimore and New York. And we'll set this one to be freight only. We shall add a locomotive.
I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
Okay, 20 loads of clothing to New York. This is the one that we failed to do last time. And then... by 1832, connect Baltimore to Pittsburgh, and then deliver cotton to Pittsburgh. Okay. So let's focus on getting this one done first. Right, he's picked up a load of clothing. So as soon as I can clone this, I will. It might benefit from having a second. Baltimore to New York. Can't clone the train because I don't have enough money. Yeah, I want to get that one boxed off quickly. I think that was where it went wrong last time. Right, while we're thinking about that, let's get some research going. 240 points of research. Need to unlock 3 more innovations. Increases transport fee per freight. That sounds good. We're moving a lot of freight around. Profit from mail. Not so good. But it looks like I don't have much choice. One more innovation. Okay. Let's wait till we get a few more points. A clone train. That should hopefully load up with some clothing. Baltimore's growing. Dude, no! Why have you got no clothing? Dang it. Okay, well... just make sure everything's running. I think he took all the clothing that was available, that's what happened. 2.9 sitting around. I cloned the train too quickly. Other page, Gaff. What's on the other page, mate? Which page? Wow, look at that. 100% is being transported by train. Blimey. Stop breaking down. Okay, so Baltimore's growing nicely. Washington's getting 85% of what it needs, so it's going to grow as well. It's now got a second industry, which is more money than we can afford, but worth remembering. Now, where's the... Oh, she's all the way down here. She's gone a different way this time. Milk industry. Meat and tailor. So we've got both of these on the go. That's doing well.
If you transport the clothing from Baltimore with your rail line, you will be making a considerable contribution to the growth of the industry. Everyone profits from that.
Sounds good to me. This is weird. Look at this. It's actually got... it's got a sawmill and a furniture industry. So if you bring wood into here, in theory, furniture could be produced. I don't know if that's how it works.
Excellent. You can hire train crews in the staff dialogue window. Then you'll need to view the train details of the selected train to assign the staff to it. Now open the train details of your most important train and assign an engineer and a stoker to it.
Most important train. I guess that's the one that's making the most money, which would be this one. Assign a stoker to it. Increases the reliability by 20%.
You don't have first call on cities, farms, or mines. Of course, your transport income will fall if your competitors connect these to their rail networks.
Lumber is indeed.
Tracks, locomotives, buildings, and cash all increase the value of your company. And the higher this is, the higher the price of your company stocks.
Take advantage of this straight away. Which track are we coming into? don't have enough money. And so wait till we get some more money. I thought that said alien logging then. Don Lorenzo, 5%. What? Hey Don, what do you think's going on here? You go around buying shares in me, pal. Why is Don doing better than Beatrix? Maybe we should sell some and get some of... If we shave 10% off here... and buy... 5% of this stock.
Thanks for trusting me, eh?
This should stay
Bada
just
bing.
between us, as it's, well, not entirely legal.
Saboteur.
But we need to keep all of our options open. A saboteur has applied for a job with you. If you send him to one of your competitors, he will make trouble for them. This can also cause their stock price to fall.
I just bought...
You don't have to deploy saboteurs to do better than your competitors. You could deal with them in a more classy and legal way. Take a look at which routes are more lucrative and will ensure you become the most important transporter there. By the way, your competitor, Don Lorenzo, is a bit of a gang boss. You can imagine that he has good connections to bandits and saboteurs, so it's much easier for him to deploy such characters.
Maybe we should dump all of the stock that we have in Beatrix and then sabotage her. When the stock price goes down, we buy it all back. Maybe we could do that. Because I don't fancy keeping 40% and then sabotaging her. Or we could just sabotage Dawn. Hang on, let's have a look. Personnel. 65 grand. I don't want to hire him for 65 grand. I'd rather put 65,000 pounds to good use. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. We're bringing wood in. That's going to produce lumber. Will that go straight to here and produce furniture? How long do I have to resume my sub before all my months are lost? You have 30 days, Connor. 30 days from the end of your sub, which if you then resume it within 30 days, it carries on.
You now possess your first block of shares in a competitor.
What?
You should have learned the most important aspects of your position by now.
Look at this, 15.
I'll let you get on with your responsibilities.
Delivered 15 already.
Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
Business producing goods that require business in New York. Set up a railroad line so the businesses use your trains to transport instead of shipping. We've just done that. Let's see. Weekly demand. This is weird. What's the furniture? Oh, here you go, 0.8. Yeah, it is. It's actually producing furniture. Why, Beatrix, you can easily expand Lorenzo can't. Yeah, she's at it. My God, all this. I must admit, I wish there was a way of just getting rid of all these messages. They're slightly annoying. And if you misclick, that happens.